And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
LSU quick to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Flips it out in the flat. It's a running room. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Going to the run, it's Durham. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense putting points on the board.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get, at minimum, tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The drive comes from the 22. To the air on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. And it slipped through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to lift that football in and make the catch.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And how about
State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right now.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just throwing an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And the Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. 3rd down, you're taking a deep shot. Because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. From the gun. Give on the inside. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
Ohio State 7, LSU 0.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Defense showing blitz here. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. They'll send the back in motion. They just keep firing. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
You can tell the quarterback didn't do a good job with his eyes. You got to look people off. You got to make sure you move those safeties with your eyes by opening up or pump faking one direction. He didn't do a good job there. The safety capitalized, makes the big INT.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Finds his man. It's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
It's so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me... Things are going to happen.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To the air, it's Sayin. Makes the catch, it's Peoples. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Oh, and he wants to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Tate. He's stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun, looking for a man. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Zings it complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. He slides that just inside the right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
You don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll start the third quarter with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Quickly to the tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get it down at the 35. First down and 10. On the move, it's Durham. Still on his feet at the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. LSU right back to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Pulls it in, it's Smith. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
To the air on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Here comes the heat. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They want to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the inside give. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a third and long. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Looking left. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to the first down. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. The short hands, it's Durham. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Here's the handoff. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They'll run for it on third and short. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Caught behind the line. It's Sharp. He's loose. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown LSU. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
They had a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride. Gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Sayin. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
He wants to go deep. He's got it for a big play. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. They'll go to work in the air on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Complete on 3rd down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. You know, the critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. He's got it again. Slithers into space. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a push on 4th down.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.